Wood, California. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of... The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Now this will make it into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play, but watching him perform last week with 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask.
Oh, man.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Here's Hill on the return. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On is the Chargers punter now. Back deep to return is K.J. Osborne. Pulled in at the 24. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether blocking, power, running game, no matter what. He understands the creases that they provide.
Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be close to a
on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That catch good for only a couple.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And on the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Herbert on first down now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Edwards-Helaire.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And it's good to make it 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Mahomes firing complete.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense.
I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not.
Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Right down, right down.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Leonard Williams. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
A solid stiff arm. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. K.J. Hill, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. KC's offense ready to take over.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down. and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Herbert, he'll have a first down past the 40. Got a man open. It's K.J. Hill. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that'll be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert looking middle, and it's incomplete. Ryan Izzo, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Colbert. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalposts, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line.
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. And to give this time to the tailback. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now second and 11 from the 32. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Chargers getting set to go.
And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again, Herbert. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Chargers on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Herbert back to the air. Gets this one to Hill. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And his throw here's incomplete. Ryan Izzo, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. To the air again, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent. How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers.
So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Herbert throwing again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
11 yards there, 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Ryan Izzo, the intended target.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up